You know Mike Tyson, one of the world champions in boxing. During his career, he earned at least $300 million. But Mike Tyson once declared bankruptcy and had debts of approximately $30 million. Why is that? Before we continue the discussion, please support this YouTube channel by subscribing, liking, commenting, and sharing this video. Thank you. Let's watch the video until the end. When you can't learn what we're going to discuss today, then you'll be poor for life. Just imagine you have an income of $300 million, and it's all gone, idiot. You can earn as much money as possible, but when you can't manage your money, then you will always be poor. Now I ask you, what do you think money is? Is he just a figure who comes to you, but as soon as he comes, you immediately tell him to go away? Or do you think money is something that you have to take care of, really? Or do you think money is something that you have to spend, or something else? So, before you learn to make money, you must first know what money is and be able to manage it. Because it's useless if you have a monthly income of $1 million, but at the end of the month you don't have anything that can show that you have an income of $1 million. What for? Well, today we will learn about how we treat money. Okay, before starting, I will ask one thing. In your opinion, what does money represent? When you shop at the marketplace or when you get paid after work, then what is the meaning of money in the two transactions above? Money is a medium of exchange, a tool that facilitates the purchase of sales and exchange of goods. That's in the book. In my opinion, money is value. Among the many bakeries, there are those that cost $1, up to $5 per slice. The bread you buy symbolizes your assessment of valuation. So, if you choose a bread that costs $5, it means that you think the value of the bread is only $5. If you think it is expensive, then you can choose the $1 one, but it is not necessarily delicious. It means that money is a value. Then why is this important in our lives? Because when you can understand this concept, then all the decisions you make with your money are based on your assessment of the value. Okay, I'm sure many of you understand up to this point, except for those who only live from paycheck to paycheck, have a lot of debt, or are addicted to low-quality things like online gambling. Most of them, including myself, money goes into my wallet and then slowly disappears little by little. Meaning, our relationship with money is income and expenses. Suppose the money coming into you every month is $300. That means you have an income of $3,600 a year and you have worked for 4 years. That means you have an income of $14,400. From your income for 4 years, how much money do you have? If it is little, it means your problem is with your consumption. In 2017, 78% of Americans lived paycheck to paycheck. Well, if you are the same as that, living paycheck to paycheck, then the problem is your consumption, which means, before you learn to make money, you have to learn about controlling your consumption, or spending so you don't become like Mike Tyson earlier. No matter how much income, if your money management is bad, it will definitely be lost. It will run out like Mike Tyson earlier. When he wants a $5 bread to look cool, that's where the trap begins. Maybe he will even buy more expensive bread to look luxurious. Especially those who are trapped or addicted to online gambling are generally those with low salaries. In the hope of having more money, at first, they might bet $1 or $2, but over time, the bet can be half their salary. Crazy. Okay, next, we will discuss a trap that we all must have experienced or will experience in our lives, namely the money trap. A trap that is like a running track in the form of a circle. We keep running, but it just goes around like a vicious circle. You work 5 days a week, get paid once a month, and when you get paid, the money goes into your account. In one day, the money is almost gone. Whether we use it to pay for necessities, for hedonism, we use it to pay installments, or the most stupid thing is, we use it for slot gambling. On the first, the money comes in $300. On the 200th, there are only dollars left, and that has to be enough for a month. That's stupid. And we continue like that for months, years, or even a lifetime. Well, because I just likened it to a running track that is shaped like a circle. The name of running must have limited stamina. Maybe after only 3 laps you are tired, sick, and then lose your job. What can you do? Even though you also have a 5-year car installment or have paid off a 15-year house installment, you are doomed. Even if your body is resilient and your stamina is strong, you are sure you can run up to 100 laps. Then can you guarantee that your mentality will remain healthy and fit after 100 laps? This is often experienced by our parents who are from the lower middle class. An example of a case experienced by my sister. Let's call him Flo. His father is a small trader who moves from place to place. Even though he is physically strong, it does not guarantee that his psyche is strong, because if he is tired of going around selling, but none of his goods sell, can he survive? This also has an impact on his family, especially his children, who are often scolded by their mother, who is always short of money. Okay, So we continue to the money trap. If now you realize that you are in a money trap, then you must immediately get out of it. The way is to fix your relationship with money. The first step you can do is write down all your expenses, starting from rent or accommodation, costs, transportation costs, food costs, necessities, entertainment costs, and so on. The point is, you have to understand yourself, your expenses, and consumption. If you already understand, the next step is budgeting or determining a target of how much money you should spend in a month. If you have determined your budget, then systematically you should be able to sort out which ones are not important and remove them from your expenses, while later the remaining money you can save or invest. Okay, let's continue. My additional advice: before you decide to invest or open a business from your remaining money, you must first prepare an emergency fund in case you are laid off, you are sick, or various other emergency reasons. So you must be able to suppress your lifestyle just enough. Don't live with a lifestyle that is far above your salary. If you are like that in just 1 year, I am sure you will be in debt. But don't get the wrong conclusion. I'm not saying that buying expensive cars, jewelry, iPhones, and other expensive items are useless. What I mean is buy them according to your salary standard, or if you do, buy the above. Make sure you have saved, not from your salary that month. So it's back to you. You prefer to look like you have a lot of money, or really have a lot of money. Now we go into the discussion to increase income. One piece of advice that my father told me, and I still remember until now, is that earning $2,000 per month is easy, but earning $50 every day is difficult. At first glance, it sounds unreasonable because if we earn $50 every day in 1 month, we only get $1,500, but the ability to earn money every day will gradually develop and evolve from $50 a day, increasing to $60. Increasing again to $70, and so on. From my experience with money, reducing expenses is much easier than increasing income, but because this is my life, I will discuss a little about the paths to increase income, but not in detail. First, the business path is the fastest way to get money. The method is simple. We detail it simply. You understand the market, find problems in the market, find solutions to those problems, then sell those solutions to the wider community. That's the business path, but not everyone wants and is able to go this path. Second, the investment path is simple. Every day you learn to invest every month. You put your remaining money into an investment instrument that you have analyzed. If you make a profit, you can. If you lose, you can manage the risk. This method is easy and can be done by anyone. So the conclusion is, first, you have to understand yourself and your consumption patterns to reduce your expenses. Second, you have to determine a budget or budgeting. Third, you use your remaining money to find other ways to increase your income. To put it simply, it's like that. In practice, it's up to you whether you can do it or not. That's all from our lecture today. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Okay, thank you for watching this video until the end. I hope it can be useful for you. Finally, I hope you don't smoke, don't use drugs and get drunk. Because smoking, drugs, and getting drunk have no benefits, and you don't gamble, because gambling was created for rich people as entertainment, but poor people use gambling as a place to try their luck. See you.